G'day, my name's Blake Bailey, Land Services Officer for Upper Hunter Strategic Weeds. And this right here is Pampas Grass, one of our Hunter Region priority weeds.
In the Hunter, Pampas grass is classified as a containment weed, with an exclusion zone covering most of the region, except for the core infestation, which includes parts of the Lake Macquarie local government area. Land managers across the region must prevent the introduction and spread of the plant. In exclusion zones, any occurrence must be reported and eradicated, and the plant must not be bought, sold, grown, or moved. In core infestation areas, land managers are required to limit the spread and reduce impacts on high-value assets, whilst individuals must not trade or distribute the plant into the environment.
We believe the first specimens of pampas grasses in Australia were imported to Hobart in Tasmania around 1850. These original plants were vegetatively propagated to not produce seed, but demand for pampas from the larger horticulture and floriculture industry boomed in the 1970s, resulting in importation of higher fertility and bisexual strains from New Zealand that could produce seed.
Now, Pampas Grass is one of those relatively distinct weeds. Once you see it, it's a bit hard to unsee. But if you've never seen it before, how do we go about identifying it?
Pampas grass is a perennial that grows in clumps up to 1.5 metres wide. Common pampas will grow up to 6 metres tall when in flower, and pink pampas will grow up to 4.5 metres tall. In common pampas, you're looking for these erect or arching leaves that are dark to dull green, up to 2 metres long and 3 centimetres wide. They'll be finely serrated on the edges and arched over with tips that often touch the ground. In pink pampas, the leaves will be bright or bluish green and also up to 2 metres long and 2 centimetres wide.
The roots can grow down to 3.5 metres deep and can spread up to 4 metres wide and are attached to rhizomes. Pampas grasses can grow from both rhizomes and seed, with rhizomes most commonly spread by machinery or dumped garden waste, and the seeds by wind, water, machinery, and animals.
Perhaps the most distinguishing feature will be this large, plume-like seed head that botanically is called an open panicle. Both species will have a panicle ranging from 25 to 100 centimetres long, with common pampas flowering between mid-March to late May, with a white, pink or mauve panicle. Pink pampas will have a panicle present from January to late March, will be pink when young, but will fade to a dark brown when mature. Whilst we're on the topic of seeds, a fun fact about the two species of pampas grasses is that they actually reproduce differently. Common pampas grass is what we call gynodioecious, which means that there are both female and hermaphrodite plants, and the female plants will actually produce more seeds if pollinated by a hermaphrodite plant. Pink pampas, however, is what we call dioecious, meaning all the plants are female in this species and they don't need to be pollinated to reproduce.
Successful pampas grass control relies on ongoing follow-up after the initial treatment, and it's a must to control plants before they set seed, as each plant can produce up to 100,000 seeds per flower head. Cutting flowering stems early can limit the spread if control is not possible immediately. Check regularly for seedlings, as seeds can spread up to 25 kilometres from a parent plant. Using a combination of control methods is generally more effective than relying on a single approach, and I encourage you to consult with your local council biosecurity officer to determine the most appropriate method for your situation. Mechanical and hand removal, grazing management, slashing and herbicide are all tools in the belt for pampas control.
Now, if you'd like to learn more about the identification, effective management, and use of registered herbicides for Pampas Grass, please don't hesitate to reach out to your local council biosecurity officer, consult New South Wales WeedWise, or reach out to us at your nearest local land services.